Okay. All right. I just finished my first cup of coffee. You can maybe hear the grogginess still in my voice, but the baby's down for her first morning nap, and I figured, you know what? Why not clock into the Spire and click on some cards as the silent? So attempts 1 and 2 did not really go that great, as you can see here. Pardon me. But I learned a lot from each. And the primary lesson from the last attempt was pathing. I need to adjust my pathing for what I got going on, and especially on the silent. I mean, this is kind of the case on Slay Spire in general, but on the silent, I need to be more willing to take safer routes and take less risks, because this first act is honestly pretty scary for the silent. But you are so defensive that you'll be strong later on. So it's really a lot about survival. So I'm looking at the pathing here, and I try not to take Niao's Lament unless it just really is a crazy situation. Niao's Lament makes it where your first 3 fights only have 1 HP on every monster in the fight. So sometimes if you can get it where like there's a bunch of question marks and then a elite and then like a campfire and another elite, then sometimes you can get 2 elites out of it. But I don't like using it just to snipe 1 elite, so we'll just go with the max HP here, which it's a bit unfortunate. I hate playing without the Niao choices, but we need to make it to the boss to unlock them, and that is how it goes. So when I look at this map, I'm thinking that this left path is probably a death sentence, and this right path is a lot better because we only have potentially 1 elite, the campfires before it, and we have a lot of pathing options after we get to this chest, because we can go left or right up here. So I'm gonna start on this rightmost path. Oh, I forgot. I don't have I don't have Runic Dome anymore for the extra energy. So a little bit of silly damage to take there, but I'm going to take a little more damage because I have to kill this thing. Little silly to be taking this much damage on this fight, but sometimes that is just how it goes on Silent. I just should have played another block. Alright, well, not off to a great start. Took like 20 damage out the gate here. Let's see. All-out attack, setup, or concentrate. I don't love any of these. All-out attack is a decent card, though. So I'm going to pick it up just so that we have at least 1 solid attack card. Which I might not end up wanting it later on, but okay, definitely not 2, but a backflip is just a really good card to have. I'm going to go the route that will give me a couple more cards instead of the route that gives me the question marks. Oh, I probably should have killed this thing, huh? Oh, well, early morning, it's clear. I probably should have waited till I woke up a little more before playing this run, but it is what it is. We'll make it work. You know, sometimes it'll really freaking mess with your psyche, because sometimes these runs are the ones where you just pop off for no reason, and the game just gives you good cards and good relics. I like winning because I made good decisions, which is what it felt like that Ironclad run was, but you know, sometimes the game gives and takes. So you try and get what you can when it's taken, and you just accept it when it's given, you know? So I think Blade Dance is a really good card to have in general, just because it contributes to the Shiv build. And this way I've got some damage and I've got some directions I can go. This event is really good to take the Golden Idol, because The gold, especially at high ascension, is almost always going to outweigh this max HP. Of course, losing max HP is never good, but if you're like the amount of gold that Golden Idol gives you is almost always outweighs the max HP you lose. So let's go ahead and play the Survivor just to make sure it doesn't get discarded by All Out Attack. This turned out to be quite an efficient card for the circumstances we have been in. I'm a little sad that I cannot kill that one, so I will just block up. And this will finish this fight. And now we have our first elite, which, okay, here's a whale, which is great. So we're really not well prepared for Gremlin Knob, and we have a little ways until our next campfire. We do have some good potions. But let's consider this upgrade for a second here. We can add 3 damage with the Shiv. We can add damage with the all-out attack, which honestly could be really, really good because this card kind of needs an upgrade to really be super high value. So the question is, does the all-out attack help us survive the Gremlin Knob? And I want to say it does, and then we'll just hit this next campfire right here instead of resting. Or we could do it the other way around. We could rest first and then upgrade all out attack later. But on the off chance that it's sentries, I think having this will be really nice. And I'm pretty sure that I just lose the HP from the rest for taking an extra turn in this fight if I don't have the damage I need. So let's see if we can pull the neutralize or the all out attack. A little unfortunate, but that's okay. So here's our all out attack. We will just eat this hit, and then he's pretty low, so hopefully we can clean it up here. Wow, this is not very good. I guess we'll just play this backstab. Like, these are horrible cards to get from this. Deal 12 damage. Let's just deal the 12 damage because, I mean, I don't think this is coming back around. Then I genuinely think I've got to play this, and then we'll try and get lethal next turn, which thankfully we do have it. Okay, a little scary, but I mean, turns out that that all-out attack upgrade ended up being quite useful. Gremlin Horn, absolutely amazing relic to get, one of the better relics in the game. Enemy dies, you get an energy and draw a card. And I'm looking at these and I don't think any of these are particularly powerful, especially against Hexaghost, which is the boss we have coming up. Yeah, I don't think any of these are that useful for me. Sometimes I like to pick up a poison just in case the run goes to poison. But I think what we have going on right now, we don't need it. And I'm going to prioritize blocking because now we've got a decent bit of damage in the deck. And I really don't want to go without playing this all-out attack though, because this is my main source of damage. And we're going to draw strikes, so we'll just take a little bit of damage to clean this fight up. And, ooh, now, accuracy is really good. Storm of Steel is really good. I honestly am probably going to take this Storm of Steel just because, I mean, it's just a really high value card. It lets you burst down in situations where you really need to finish a kill. Picked up Dartstone Periap from the chest, which honestly is a relic that I'm generally not a huge fan of, because the 6 HP is great, but only if you can remove the curse. I mean, sometimes the 6 HP is fine even with the curse, but it's just not something that I'm like necessarily excited about getting. Now, question here is, do we want a card or an event from this floor? And I think I want to see more cards. I need some good defensive cards. And I mean, we have a pretty good deck for dealing with hallway fights, all things considered. All out attack makes this not too bad. And you know, I think I might play this energy potion just to make sure that this guy will die next turn, put up some block, and then that makes this a lot less scary. Nice. And Shivs, awesome. We have a Storm of Steel and a Blade Dance. We can pick up this accuracy. So now really all we need to do is work towards the more Shivs, which is great. So we've kind of got a little bit of an identity with our deck now, and we're going to go to this shop, and then we could either do double question marks if we want to take an upgrade here, or we could take the rest and look at one more card at this hallway fight, which is probably what I'll do. And then if we really want to, we can upgrade, oh wow, at what's it called? The fight before the boss. Okay, so some really compelling options here. Leg Sweep is just such a good card, but if I buy it, I can't buy either of these relics. And Twisted Funnel and Blood Vial are just both crazy. So, I mean, Blood Vial giving you some free regen is amazing. Twisted Funnel is so much damage for free every fight. And also removes Artifact, also great. I think I would rather have a solution for my regen instead of Twisted Funnel. So I'm evaluating this over the funnel. However, if I'm going to value 2 HP regen, in that case I might just pick up the Leg Sweep, because basically, like, if Leg Sweep would block 2 HP each fight, then that we would have taken otherwise, then it's just better than this Blood Vial, and it's cheaper. And then that way we can pick up a Dexterity too, which is huge. I know there's a Blade Dance here, but that's a common, so I can probably find another one. I honestly think that this this Leg Sweep and Footwork is better than the Blood Vial. I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to block way more than 2 HP with those two cards. Do I pick up a Blade Dance because I'm running a Shiv build, or do I remove? I probably am going to remove or just save my money, but let's remove a Strike, because we have taken quite a few cards. We healed, so we can look at one more card. Let's see what we get out of this backflip. Nothing too exciting. So let's trigger all these guys' shields, and then I will weaken this one and then play the Survivor. So 6 damage, a little unfortunate, but this is why a Piercing Wail is such a crazy card for turns like that. And now they're all dead. Not too bad. Okay, so here's a Blade Dance, like I was saying. So I will happily take that since we do have a Shiv build. Upgrade 2 random cards and lose 20 HP. So I want to be low for the Hexaghost, and I'm about to upgrade at the Campfire anyways. So instead of upgrading at the Campfire, I could just upgrade 2 cards and then heal at the Campfire, which would honestly not be too bad. And the question is, I think I've got enough stuff in my deck to make the odds that not a Strike and Defend get upgraded. Okay, yeah, I upgraded the accuracy and the defend, which is about the middle outcome. Worst outcome would have been upgrading 2 strikes. But do we need to rest for the Hexaghost? I don't even know if I need to rest, because it's going to deal so little damage. Although I think with the weakens and whales and stuff, like, we're probably not going to take very much damage from its big multi-hit, even if I have higher HP. So I probably will just rest. But I could also just upgrade Dexterity, and that would probably just win me the fight. Or this Leg Sweep. I mean, both are really good options. I think I'm gonna see, but this is where I always get in trouble. But I just don't know how to gauge how much HP I'll have. Let's upgrade. Let's heal. Let's heal. Upgrade. The Footwork is obviously great to upgrade, but of course it shows up turn 1. it's not the end of the world if I don't upgrade the footwork. We will play the all-out attack and hope that it doesn't discard the Storm of Steel. Great. And then deal a little bit of damage there. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So we just full block, even with the heal. We just full block the big multi-hit. Don't need to play that whale. And now we are in a pretty good position. So we may take some damage this turn, but that's fine. We've played our accuracy though, and getting that accuracy out kind of locks in the fight in my mind. I've got my 2 dexterity buff. I've got this all-out attack could discard the Storm of Steel, and that would really be unfortunate. And we have the accuracy going, so playing the Storm of Steel is fine. I could have gambled and ooh, Piercing Wail on a multi-hit turn, always nice. Then I would normally play this leg sweep, but let's just get some more damage off. That could have been a mistake. I wonder if playing that leg sweep was better to have the weaken. We will find out. If we take any damage in the next 2 turns, then it would have been better. Yeah, weaken would have been better. That's funny. Well, we're not. No, we are dead. Oh shoot! Wow, that really surprises me. I should have weakened him. If I knew that this turn was coming up, then I could have weakened him and it would have been fine. So just for sake of example, this run is over. I just died. Which is so silly, man. Like this is a great run, honestly. But let's see what would have happened if I would have played the leg sweep there. The shuffle may not come out exactly the same, but we'll see. Okay, so yep, this is all looking the same. So I think I got the same shuffle seed, which is great. Yeah, so if I play leg sweep on this turn, then I don't have to Piercing Wail, and I can just play this Blade Dance still. And now he's weakened. Oh, but he's still not going to be weakened for the big turn. So I don't think it really makes a difference, honestly. Because he just does that, and then, yeah, it's the same turn. Now, do I survive? I don't understand. Oh, so, you know, because I played a different sequence of cards, I got a different shuffle, and this shuffle gave me the survivor as opposed to the other one. So really it didn't have to do with the weekend from the leg sweep, it just had to do with the shuffle, which obviously there's absolutely no way of knowing how that would turn out. So I'm not upset about that. Little unfortunate to have lost. Oh wait, I'm dead anyway, so I can't do math. Well, we were dead no matter what. So I wonder if I would have upgraded instead, if it would have gone better. You know what? I probably just shouldn't have taken the 20 damage from this upgrade, because what did it upgrade? It upgraded a defend and it upgraded the accuracy. The accuracy was pretty good, but instead of taking the 20 damage, which left me at what, 15, I think? Instead of taking the 20 damage and being left at 15, I could have stayed at 35 and upgraded. It would have been the same. So is this just doomed? You know, maybe I just needed to draft some more damage to deal with the Hexaghost, because the Hexaghost gets out of control pretty quickly, and the longer the fight goes on, the worse and worse it gets. Like, it just becomes, like, once it gets that first rotation, like its first 6 turns off, and gets its buff, it just becomes, like, kind of unstoppable. Yeah, I want, maybe maybe I should have. If I would have just upgraded footwork, I would have one more block, which could have been a big deal. Yeah, just trying to think. There was not really any damage that I left on the table from what I'm remembering, besides maybe the poison, but there's no way that would have killed. So I either needed to come into the fight healthier because I had no issues blocking the big attack. So I either needed to come into the fight healthier or I needed to somehow bring I needed to somehow take less damage during the fight by having some better defensive options. Now, upgrading leg sweep could have made a difference, which again, I couldn't have known. I wouldn't know how the shuffle played out. But leg sweep and neutralize is a lot of weaken, and you can probably chain it and just keep it weak permanently because let's see. So if I upgrade this, it has 3 weak and neutralize applies 1. So that's 4 weak in my deck. And my deck takes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then once the Ascender's Bane is gone, 4. So, and even less turns to shuffle through once I play the whale. So, yeah, and I've got backflip to draw through it quicker. Yeah, so if I would have upgraded the leg sweep, then I could have kept the boss weakened indefinitely because I would have had enough weak to permanently shuffle through and reapply it. So that's another good thought here is that extra weak on the leg sweep really actually does a lot, which is probably more value than upgrading the footwork actually, which is why this is such a crazy card. But anyways, lessons learned. I have some takeaways for how to approach this run better. And I mean, to be fair, unfortunately, Darkstone Periapts is kind of just a dead relic, but I mean, that's happens pretty frequently, especially on Act 1. So, yeah, lessons learned. Hopefully, you learned something too. I've been really struggling on the Silent in these higher Ascension runs, surprisingly, because I used to really struggle with Ironclad, but now it's like Ironclad and Defect are free, and Silent and Watcher I struggle with, which is complete opposite of how it was when I first started out in the game. But that's how it goes, and that's why this game's fun, because there's always new skills to learn on all 4 characters. But yeah, I hope you appreciated the content, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.